This weekend, hundreds will participate in what they call the Power of Teal Walk and Run. It is to fight ovarian cancer. And for one local mom, this is pretty personal. We asked the experts at TriHealth what we all should know about this cancer in our Medical Edge.
I was diagnosed in November with ovarian cancer.
It's been less than a year for Debbie Walter and her family since the day she told me she remembers calling her primary care doctor, feeling bloated, and just kind of knowing something wasn't quite right.
He said, "Debbie, I really want you to go to the ER." So I went and they did a CAT scan and they found the cancer right away.
From there, Debbie was referred to Doctor Jack Basil. She had successful treatment, but her cancer was already at stage 3. Dr. Basil said it would be easier if we had tests to find this cancer earlier.
There's a lot of different laboratories across the country and internationally looking at a combination of proteins in the blood to try to find a test that will pick up ovarian cancer at its earlier stages or even in a precancerous state.
Her goal now is simply to raise awareness of a disease that she admits that prior to her own diagnosis she hadn't heard much about. She's also doing something amazing with teal and with pink. This weekend, Debbie will join hundreds across the country holding Power is Teal walks. Teams will raise money for research, including Debbie's Boot Brigade.
And that came about because I lived in Switzerland for 3 years, and one of my girlfriends from Switzerland went out when she heard this. She said, "We're going to strap on those combat boots and kick cancer's butt."
Debbie Walter, it's clear, is well on her way to doing just that.
I never had any doubt. I wasn't ready to die, so I knew I came into it knowing that I was going to beat it.
Now, you heard her mention the beat there. I want to tell you something about that, but first I want to let you know that walk is Saturday. It's at Lunkin Playfield. You can join Debbie's team or other teams by going to local12.com. They say this is a cancer that beats on you. All cancers do, but it's bloating, eating changes, appetite changes, fatigue or tiredness. I mean, we all experience those. Brad, you can step out of the room now. Sorry. I know you have.
I've gone through some
I know.
of those.
You have a house full of girls. And while we don't want to make light of it, those little things add up. So they're simply saying you're feeling those, they don't go away. Talk to your doctor. Talk to your women's health provider.
But you're right. I mean, those are things you feel. So maybe when you're feeling all of them, but
well, the trick is all of them and prolonged. All of them and they don't go away. You know, we all feel lousy once in a while.
Yeah.
We yell at the opposite sex. And
significant, lasting a long time.
Yeah, and lasting, I actually asked that question. Is it 1 week, 2 weeks? They said it's usually at least a couple of weeks.